My name's Amanda and I'm here today to show you how to do a 3D puff embroidery stitch. These are most commonly found on baseball caps, as you can see here on my son's T-ball hat. What it is it's just satin stitch with a piece of foam underneath, and it makes it stick up really good right there. Now I got my designs from the Apex website, and here I have a nice little script that I found that was actually free. Now today for our tutorial, we're going to be doing this cute little paw print that will add a great embellishment to any design that you're wanting to do. For this, you're going to need your basic embroidery supplies, and you'll just have one or two things that are just a little bit different from anything you've monogrammed. What you'll need, you're going to need some kind of heat source. I'm going to use my iron. You don't have to go buy a special heat gun. An iron will just work just fine. You'll need your thread, your embroidery thread. You'll need your hoop and your fabric. On your fabric, you'll need to have a stabilizer. A good rule of thumb is one sheet of stabilizer per 10,000 stitches. So if you have something that's under 10,000 stitches, you'll just need one sheet of stabilizer. And then if it's 11,000, you'll need two, and so on and so on. You'll need your scissors, of course, my little handy dandy embroidery scissors. Now, the thing that's different is you're going to need embroidery foam. Now it kind of looks like your craft foam that you see at Hobby Lobby or any of those craft stores. They come in different sizes. Mine is 2 millimeters, and it's real easy to use, and it comes in many different colors. You just pick the color that is closest to your thread. So today we're going to be using white because I'm using white thread, and you'll also need a little bit of Scotch tape, and I'll show you what that's for when we get started. Now before you get started, make sure before you do anything, you clean your embroidery machine really well, because that solves any problems before they even get started. I like to use canned air because it's the fastest thing possible. Okay, so we've got our fabric in our hoop, and I've got my first layer of thread, my black thread that's going to be my outline, and I'm going to go ahead and get this started. Okay, so my first outline is done, and now it's time for the middle satin stitching. So I've cut a small piece of foam that just fits right over the design, and I'm just going to lay it where it covers all of it. And then this is where your Scotch tape comes in handy. I went ahead and got a little bit of Scotch tape, and I'm going to put it just right on that foam, right on the edge, and that's just going to keep it from moving, because you just never know when it comes to embroidery. So I'm going to go ahead and put my foot down and press the green button, and we'll see this tiger paw come to life. Okay, so our embroidery is done, so I'm just going to remove that. Now, when it's sewing, the needle perforates the foam, so it should be real easy to take off. Now, something you need to do beforehand will save you some headaches. Is go ahead and clip the threads in between, and it just makes it that much easier to come off. So see, clip my threads, and now I can just pull that off. So simple. And if there's any threads just hanging out, just go ahead and clip them. Now you can see, that one's a little stubborn. You can see there's a little bit of foam sticking out, and that's where your heat source comes in. If you don't have an iron handy, you can use a hairdryer. Just set it on high heat and just set it down on that sucker. Just be careful not to burn it. So I'm going to take my heat source, and I'm going to go along the edge of it with a good hot iron, and it will shrink that foam back into the embroidery, and then you won't have any foam showing. So once you do that and you unhoop, you will have an awesome tiger paw.